The rain fell in relentless sheets, drenching everything in its path, cold and unforgiving. In the middle of it stood a young girl no more than 6 years old. Her dark hair clung to her face, wet and tangled, and her small, tattered blue dress stuck to her fragile frame. Her arms were wrapped tightly around herself, not in defiance, but to fight the chill that seeped into her bones. Her name was Lila, and she had been walking for miles. No shoes, no umbrella, no home. Finally, she stopped at the edge of a quiet, affluent street, not drawn by the grandeur of the house, but by what lay behind it, a small wooden doghouse, carefully placed next to a neatly trimmed hedge. She approached it cautiously, her tiny fingers trembling as they met the soaked wood. She crouched down, whispering a prayer under her breath, when a deep, commanding voice broke the rain's monotone. "You shouldn't be here." Lila froze. A tall man, dressed in a sharp navy suit, stood in the downpour, water running off his broad shoulders as if it meant nothing. His dark brown hair was soaked, his polished shoes now streaked with mud. This was Victor Harrington, a 42-year-old tech billionaire known for his strict demeanor and precise calculations. He had stepped outside to check on his retriever, only to find this child instead. Lila turned slowly, her wide eyes meeting his. No fear, no lies, only a quiet plea. "Please, can I sleep in the doghouse?" she murmured, barely audible above the rain. Victor blinked. For a moment, he thought he had misheard her. She repeated it softly. "Just tonight. I won't take anything. I just don't want the rain to touch me anymore." Her voice cracked on the final words. Victor stood still, absorbing the sight of her, a small girl asking for less than a dog had. His mind raced. Who was she? Where did she come from? And yet the truth of her words pierced him deeper than any business deal or stock report ever could. "I don't want to bother anyone," she added quickly, as if apologizing before being refused. "I just saw the dog had a house. Maybe I could too." Victor knelt down in the mud, rain cascading down his suit and hair. He studied her eyes, the kind of eyes that should have been filled with laughter and wonder, not survival and sorrow. "Where are your parents?" he asked gently. "My mama, she's gone," Lila whispered. "My uncle, he said I was too much. He left me at a gas station." A shiver ran through Victor, colder than the storm around them. He had spent his life surrounded by luxury, in towers of glass and steel, but never had he felt the golden retriever lay comfortably in its wooden home, safe and dry, while his mansion gleamed warmly in the storm. He reached out a hand. Lila hesitated, unsure if such kindness could exist, then placed her tiny, cold hand in his. Without a word, he lifted her, holding her close against his chest, and carried her inside. The staff froze, mouths open in disbelief as wet footprints marked the pristine marble floors. "Towels!" Victor barked. "And hot soup! Now!" Lila clung to him, shivering as warmth surrounded her. She looked around at the grand foyer, the sweeping staircase, the chandelier sparkling like a waterfall of light. "Is this heaven?" she asked quietly. Victor knelt, his voice soft. "Not exactly," he said, "but tonight it will be for you." She ate cautiously, sipped cocoa, and wrapped herself in blankets. Victor watched her, still damp in his suit, trying to piece together her story. "How long have you been alone?" "Since last week, after my uncle left," she admitted. "I tried asking for help, but people sent me away. Some gave me a coin and then told their children not to touch me, so I stopped asking. Victor's jaw tightened. He had passed by children like her countless times, thinking someone else would take responsibility. And here she was, a 6-year-old girl, braving the storm, asking for less than a dog had. "I didn't come here because the house looked nice," she whispered. "I saw the dog house and thought maybe people here were kind." Victor swallowed hard. That night he stayed by her side as she slept, her small body curled like a kitten beneath thick blankets. The rain continued to tap at the windows, gentle now, and her breathing was finally steady. The next morning, the city awoke to headlines that spread like wildfire. "Billionaire welcomes homeless girl who asked to sleep in doghouse." Social media exploded with the phrase, "If a child is brave enough to ask for a doghouse, someone should be brave enough to give her a home." Victor Harrington didn't just foster her, he adopted her. Lila's laughter soon filled the halls. She danced barefoot in the garden, played with the dog, and called him Dad within a week. Victor, once known only for wealth and strategy, now saw the world through her eyes. The eyes of a child who had once whispered in the rain, "Please don't let the rain touch me." From that day, the Harrington Foundation was born, dedicated to abandoned children finding not just shelter, but love. And Lila, she stopped whispering and began living.